Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create your own daily planner in Notion. So we're going to want to start with an empty page, and I'm going to just go ahead and rename this page as a daily planner. And this is a habit of mine. You can totally skip this part if you don't like it, but I always add a cover pictures for my Notion templates because I feel like it adds some more colors and it just spices things up a bit. So you can go ahead and click on add cover, and you can upload your own pictures as a cover if you want to, but right here I'm just going to use Unsplash, and I'm going to try to find some flower painting because I actually really like the one that is appearing on my planner right now, but I want to try to see if there is something else that catches my eye. And I ended up choosing this one. And then the next thing I always do is I'm going to change the settings. I'm going to turn on the small text full width toggle, and I also going to change the font. This is totally optional. You don't really have to use the exact same settings with me. I just like it better this way. Now, if this is your first time with Notion, you can actually create some comments by simply typing slash and then type out the comments that you want. For example, I made some columns earlier. I can do that by simply typing slash and then type out columns. But the first element or the first comment we're going to create is actually a table view. So that's what I did. I type out slash and then I try to find table view, and I'm going to click on new database because I'm not going to create anything based on the existing database. I'm going to go ahead and click on new database, and this is the first element of daily planner that we're going to create. Now, this is another habit that I always do. I always hide the database title, and then I'm going to customize the table that we've already created. So as you can see, I have several properties on the table. There is name and tags column. I don't think I'm going to use the tags, so I'm going to go ahead and edit the property and change the type from tags to date, because I think date column is going to be more useful. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm also going to change the name of the column to date. And then the next thing that I do is actually I'm going to create a new template for the daily planner entry, and you can do that by clicking on the downside arrow and then click on new template. And it's going to open up a new page, and I'm going to make it full screen just so you can see better. And over here, I'm going to rename this page as daily planner entry. So what it does is that every time you add up some items or some lists on the available table that we've created earlier, these templates is going to be the one that fill them in. So instead of adding empty pages into our list or into our table, we're going to create a template instead. So this page will have several sections in it. I'm going to create around 2 to 3 sections, and the first one is going to be my daily plan itinerary. So I'm going to go ahead and add up the heading 3 because that is the smallest heading, and I'm going to name it as daily schedule. So my daily schedule will consist of the hour of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and create a table that are going to list out the hour of which I'm usually the most productive of. So here is the table. As you can see, I have already mapped out all of the hour. I don't actually put all of the 24 hours, but you can do that if you want. And I'm going to give you some example right here on how this table works. For example, I like to do meditation at 5 a.m. and then probably do or eat some breakfast at 7 a.m. and then I go to work around 9 and I have a meeting at 10. These tables are going to make it easier for me to see what am I supposed to be doing throughout the day, or what are the next agenda that I might have to do. Now, the second section of this page is going to be a priority list. So let's say that on that day, I've already decided that there are several things that I need to prioritize above anything else. I will want to write them down so that I will not forget on what am I supposed to do. And over here, I'm going to go ahead and add up a different type of sections. Earlier, we've created a table. This one, I'm just going to put my priorities in the form of bullets. So you can see right here, I've already added my bullet, and to copy it, you can either click Ctrl D on your keyboard, or you can just highlight it, click Ctrl C to copy it, and then Ctrl V to paste it. Either way, it's going to work just fine. And over here, I'm just going to go ahead and create several bullets for my priority list. Now that that's done, I'm going to add one more section, which is a to-do list sections. So in this one right here are probably the list of the things that I might have to do, but it doesn't really have any urgency. It's not really a priority. I also would want to write it down so that I will not forget on what was I originally planned to do on that day. And we actually have a specific comment for to-do list, so you can just go ahead and type slash for comments and click on the to-do list. The to-do list comment is going to give you some check mark box like this, so it's going to make it even easier for you to track whether you've already done that specific things or not. Alright, so that is it for our daily planner entry templates. And I ended up emptying my schedule because we are going to reuse this, so I don't want to put anything specific. And once we're finished, we're going to go ahead and use the template that we've already created as a default. You can do that by clicking on the little arrow besides the new text, and then click on the triple dots besides the template, and then click on use as default. And as you can see right now, every time we click on the new button, which means that we're going to create a task, or we're going to create an additional in our column, it's going to automatically insert the daily planner entries to our table. Next, I also would want to create a button that are going to automatically create a new page for our table. But the difference is that this one is going to automatically create the date of the page as the today's date. So every time you want to add up some more plan, your daily plan on the D-Day, you're going to go ahead and click on that button, and you don't have to go on hassles and create the page from scratch. So right here, I type in slash button for command, and then over here, you can customize your button. So after you created your button, you're going to want to add action on what will happen after you click on the button. So here I chose the add page to option, and then you can also setting on which database will you want to add the page to after you click on the button. And I want my new page to be inside of the table that we've just created. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then I want to add up some properties such as the name. So I'm going to go ahead and type out daily planner entry. And then I want to also insert another properties, which is the date. So I will want to setting the date as the date of when I created that specific planner entry. So I'm going to choose the date as today, and then I'm adding a next step, which is I want that specific new page that just added to be opened. And once everything is done, I'm going to go ahead and click on the done button on the top right of my button menu. So now I'm going to test out the button. I want to see whether it's working or not. And as you can see, after I click on the button, I am redirected to this new page that are filled with the sections that we've already created earlier. And you can also notice that it already have a date, which is the date when I created this planner entry. And this is totally optional, but after I created a new page, I usually would like to create a new button that will allows me to go back to home or to my daily planner dashboard. So I'm going to go ahead and create another button. And to do that again, you can go ahead and type out slash and then button. And for the action, what I'm going to do is it's going to link me, or once I click on this button, it's going to bring me back to my daily planner dashboard. And as you can see, once I click on the button, it brings me directly to my daily planner dashboard. And that's it. That is how you can create your very own simple daily planner templates in Notion. I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.